even in the end, where they had trash compacted it down, it still seemed like, you know, she would eventually over time get herself back, folded up, right? That's where Christine's come from. So an amazing ability in just regeneration. She also is very aggressive territorially. She will protect her ground, which in this case was Arnie, which meant everybody had to get away from him. She has a romantic fixation with her owner, which I get that because guys in cars, we be loving cars too. So I get that she has romantic affection to him, and he may have a romantic affection to her, but that don't mean you getting away of me. The reason that we get cars is so that you can date girls. So when you get in front of that, Christine, like, I'm always going to love you and you're not going to replace her and she's not going to replace you. You guys have completely different purposes in my life, but your purpose is to help me with her. I need you to understand that. And Christine goes off the rails immediately. She escalates to violence every single time she's encountered with anything. That's her go-to move, is violence. Obviously, she can't talk, but she goes there. She communicates with Arnie only, and she bonds with Arnie. Not symbolically, but in a dominant fashion. So she is the leader. She identified him early on. He was primed for this kind of domination. I'll say that. She isolates him from his friends. She encourages hostility. She feeds on his insecurity, and she rewards devotion with kind of empowerment. So this isn't random evil. She is grooming him as if she was a rich billionaire and he was a 12-year-old child. That's how she's grooming him. She's setting everything up because she wants to make sure she gets this. She doesn't just behave. She can work in a psychologically mature fashion. She understands all the mechanisms that make humans work. She gets it. She's a master of that. She can teach all of us a lot. And she operates like a jealous lover. That's one of the big things that we get out of Christine. She's a possessive lover. She's a spirit. She's this narcissistic partner. She doesn't just kill, but she's going to punish any forms of betrayal. She will destroy rivals, including that cute little brown-haired girl he was dating for some reason, how he got with her. She eliminates any competitors, which she had none. And, you know, she demands exclusivity. You're not doing anything else. I know. I had a friend who dated a girl just like this, right? You're not going to be able to do anything else. You're not going to have any hobbies. You're not going to kick with your friends. We're doing this all day, every single day. So he doesn't own Christine. Arnie doesn't own Christine in as much as Christine owns Arnie. He belongs to her. You are mine, and that's it. And it ain't going down no other way. So she amplifies everything that's already in there to kind of transform him. That's what she did. She transformed him with confidence, with aggression, with arrogance, and it starts to mirror this toxic empowerment that she's granting on him. Now, the other thing about Christine that's pretty amazing is that she feels like an entire atmosphere. Like, she brings a 50s rock and roll with her, like with the music. The headlights kind of look like predatory eyes. You can check that out above me. And she just got an entire vibe. This is nostalgia baked into horror. So she weaponizes Americana, right? Our classic car fixation. So in a lot of ways, she's coming from industrial seduction. Arnie becomes someone because of the car. We know a lot of people like that. You become someone because of the car that you have. And she's jealous and she's tripping. And this is all about maybe even Detroit Steel becoming predatory in spirit. Maybe that's what it means, because this would have just been prior to when that industry comes crashing down. And there's a little bit of discourse in the country about why that was allowed to fail. The steel industry and the auto industries were allowed to fail. And we started farming those things offshore. And now we don't have any production and we're at war. Go figure, right? What she represents in threat levels is a very high physical threat level. The psychological threat is also extremely high, and the containment difficulty is nearly impossible. Even smashed up, she's going to get free of that smashing compactor form soon enough. Fire may slow her down, maybe a little bit, but that's kind of it. Destruction just delays her, and this is why she feels cyclical, because she really is. She will return with a newer chassis. That's how she rolls. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is another really kind of classic car film.